said everything about my organization. I wanted just to show the video. As I said before, we are working in every sector in Erasmus Plus, and we have a sport branch composed by 5 members, and we are very much into sport. Actually, what I'm gonna tell you is a story of life and sport, because I've been always passionate about sport. I also had a sport management course in my life, and always one of these persons that when there are the Olympic Games are forgetting all the rest in the summer and not going to the beach. So sport always been part of my life. I never been like an athlete or something, but I do sport. Of course, someone is asking every intervention, so I do some sport, but never at professional level. So basically, what I'm gonna tell you here is about the project. Inclusion through sport is a capacity building in the frame of youth, and as is one of the last moments here, I won't do that so long. It's just in a short way. This is the website of the project, etsproject.com, and actually you can find all the information about the project over there. As I said, it's a story about life and sport. Why? Because I'm a traveler. I'm always been a traveler, and then since 9 years I'm working with Vaganti NGO. I co-founded the organization with my colleague Maria Grazia Pirino, that is over there. And I've been in 83 countries, I think, in my life, not because I'm counting all of them, but because there is an application in the Facebook that is counting them for me. And really, most of them is because of my job. So when I was traveling in 2012, 2013, also for holidays, I used to check the peak numbers of organizations that are working in a country I was going to. For instance, I've been to Argentina, I've been to Peru, I've been to India, and then I just managed to have a meeting with these people and just start talking about an idea. The idea was about a project about sport and inclusion and community development. Because I've been to Kenya those years, and first time in the Black Africa. So I wanted to do something and to have a project with partners from outside Europe. So what I did was basically trying to convince all these people that they became friends. And so I built up a consortium with 12 partners from 4 continents. Actually, what I want to do now is to show you the video of the project. If the technology help me, maybe the video can just go meanwhile I'm talking, because you can understand better. So basically, it's a project about non-formal education and sport. I forgot to say it. Because the main achievement of the project is that we created this manual that I brought here for the ones that are interested on it. It was a capacity building in the frame of youth. It means that all the NGOs, they are working in the youth field. So basically we had different capacities and different way to approach sport. Of course, if you look at the way the African youth worker they are approaching their work is maybe somehow different from what we are used here in Europe. But of course, the combination of the two was the added value here. So we had a kickoff meeting here in Sassari, where actually we were presenting ourselves. We had always some moments of being together, and typical in the youth field. And we planned the further event. So we actually, at that moment, I said I'm realizing a dream, because here there are friends from it's like a joke, 12 countries, 4 continents, and all in Sassari, in my little town. And then we went to Senegal. Here we are there, and we developed this. We start developing these non-formal education tools with sport. And we tested some of them with your workers and children. The Senegalese organization was very good on welcoming us, and as you can see from this picture, I mean, I think some of you were in Africa, and there's something that you always stay in your heart. So that's the group when we were going to the Ziegen shop in the south of Senegal. And then there was a training course in Argentina, a typical training course in the youth field with 2 participants per organization. We've been in Buenos Aires. Some of the people in this event are here in this room. Also, my friend and colleague Paolo Menescati. And well, basically, it was a training course that had also this dimension of, and also the dream I was talking about, to go to La Bombonera Stadium. This is just a picture of us, the president of the organization, going there. And it was a foundation from the Boca Juniors football club, one of the most famous football clubs in the world. Then there was a job shadowing in Peru. Me, myself, and a Bulgarian representative and another Italian representative, we went there for 2 weeks in Lima, and we had the chance to see how they work over there with sport. And we went to some really poor areas where we presented our activities. Here we are in the school, for instance. We had the chance to propose our activities, also to get something from there in this true spirit of capacity building, where it shouldn't be European partner that is transferring something from a vertical perspective, but should be sharing. And then there was another job shadow in Senegal, so 3 people were there for 2 weeks in May. These are the 3 people, you might recognize them. And then there was a final event in Kenya, a conference. It's coming because the video is kind of funny. In Kenya, we presented the results. Actually, there is not the format TC publication, but we also produced an handbook of best practices collected from the countries involved in the project, plus other countries that we believe that the good practice to share. And of course, there is the website that I showed you before. The project is over, but we are of course thinking of, this is a really funny picture in Senegal. This is the Cameroon president of the organization. We always make fun of him for many reasons. And basically we are already thinking about ITS2. Actually, in the consortium of partners, you see the multiculturalism of that picture, where also Indian partners, there were Sikh people with the turbans. I mean, it was the most multicultural environment you can imagine. So we went also here in Kenya. We went to the slums in Nairobi, and of course was an amazing experience there too. We are thinking about follow-up. Actually, one of the partners, maybe was mentioned before, Champions Factory Bulgaria, developed a project. It's about sport again, but we're gonna focus more on women and sport. Some of the partners, like the Kenyans and someone else, I don't remember exactly, they are involved also in this project. And maybe in the future we're gonna have the second version of ITS coordinated by my organization, or I mean, actually, it's not. It doesn't matter so much. I might show you briefly the manual, the publication actually. Well, it's a very simple format. There is an introduction, methodological frame, a bit of theory, education by, for, and through sport, which most of the people here, I think they are super aware of. And the ATS format TC methodology, where basically in the 6 events of the project, we created 21 methodologies that can be used by youth workers. They can be used by school teachers, sport school teacher, and actually, I might show you just one on the bottom. Just there is like the description, the theme, the age, range, the complexity, the time, typical non-formal education activity, and how it is described there. Of course, we had some landmark on doing that, and of course, there are some other manuals produced by some other big organization like ISCA, for instance, and we took them as landmark. But of course, we developed our own idea during the events and working together with colleagues from the 12 countries. And what is very nice, what was very nice at the end was that in the consortium of partners there were University of Palawan State from the Philippines, and they are of course super involved. They were super involved in the project, and they are still. And at the end they were proposing to edit the publication and to give somehow even a better, also academic background. And they were supposed to be here with you guys. Actually, with Joanna, we tried to help them, but Bulgaria is not Schengen. Bulgaria is an awesome country, but there's this issue to be, I don't know. And they didn't get the visa. So, but I asked them, please make a video, and so you will be present somehow. So we have to see what they have to say. Yes, I'm just. So Professor Vince Esguerra. Yeah.
Last July 5 to 8, 2017, the Palawan State University took part in a 4-day conference held in Nairobi, Kenya, organized the ITS project. ITS, or Inclusion Through Sport, was developed as a capacity building activity project organized by Vaganti NGO, a non-profit organization from Sardinia, Italy. During the event, a detailed history of ITS, its conception, goals, and core values was presented by Mr. Roberto Solinas, President of Vaganti. In the conference, participants were able to apply some of the tools and practices included in the format PC or format training course. In Kenya, where the project's idea took place in 2014, participants also visited MISA, a sports club that trains athletes and hosts football tournaments. The participants were able to engage the combined school children with a format PC as a tool in implementing activities. At the last day of the conference, yours truly, as one of the 2 participants from the Philippines, presented a paper entitled Inclusion for the University Experience. The paper included insights into sports programs such as Frisbee for teens, Arnis and Karate-Do, and Tribal Olympics as future projects. The conference also allowed participants to give evaluations of the activities in a meeting attended by 24 people from 12 different partners from Italy, Bulgaria, Romania, Argentina, Guatemala, Peru, Kenya, Senegal, Cameroon, India, China, and the Philippines. In the evaluation meeting, participants were able to share opinions and feedbacks regarding the best possible practices based on the information presented and gathered throughout the implementation of the project. During one of the meetings, Mr. Solinas brought the idea of involving the academe in the editing part of the ITS format PC, and as the cliche goes, the rest is history. Upon returning to the Philippines, Albert and I went to work immediately and edited the formal training course of ITS. This tool will allow children, teenagers, and persons with disabilities to participate in sporting activities while developing their social skills, promote positive social development and interaction. As a project of ITS, the PC format became an important part of our university. Some of its activities were tested and applied in our National Service Training Program through outreach and extension activities. We have the Leadership Training Service through Non-Formal Education or NFE. We also now have the Aero Fitness Program, conducted regularly to promote health and wellness in mothers and other middle-aged women in our community in Puerto Princesa City. And we also have the Inclusion Through Sports Larunang Lahi program designed to preserve cultural and traditional sports that is slowly disappearing because of technology, advancements, and rapid modernization. Overall, ITS has become a way of life. It promotes sports as a way to steer today's youth away from the negative influence of vice and substance abuse. More importantly, it recognizes non-formal and informal learning both for young people and youth workers through promoting lifelong learning. Thanks for listening, guys. Cheers to ITS and New Sports. From the Philippines, my name is Vincent Isguera. Mabuhay!
Mabuhay! And of course, I have to show also the video of the colleague, Professor Albert Ramos. Otherwise, he will get.
ITS, or Inclusion Through Sport, is a capacity building project for the youth. It was designed to have an impact, a means wherein both formal and informal education could be bridged and be combined using social interaction through game elements such as play and others. This play is a common language of people, from the young to the old, as a means of socially accepting others, thus providing a means of acceptance of another beyond biases and other social barriers. What is amazing with this method is that it provides a solution for all other socioeconomic strata to find a common ground of learning, as well as development of holistic wellness in different areas such as physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, and intellectual domains, among others. I was fortunate enough to attend both events in Senegal and Kenya in 2016 and 2017 respectively.
In Senegal, we were able to lay the foundation of the programs and activities to be included in the project course. Kenya in 2017 was a culmination of the project. We finalized the formal training course and of course provided extension activities to the locals. It was very fortunate that both Professor Vinces Guerra and I were able to lead and strengthen the project outcome. What changed my paradigm is that this method of teaching and learning comes back to the roots of coexistence, which is humanity, wherein I realized how easy and applicable this method is for people of different languages and cultures, and it does away with any other factors which would have made other methods difficult to deliver.
I'm happy and proud to say that this project has borne such awesome outcomes. One is the Inclusion Through Sport as a drug rehabilitation grant of the city. This will allow a more productive and empowering means for dependents to get back on track while also reintegrating with the immediate society they are in. Once this pilot project has been formalized by the local government unit and concluded as an effective means, it will be presented for other cities and the country as well, and perhaps other nations to look into. ITS also made me want to use the aspect of play more and integrate into the academe. Make it more fun and engaging for students of different interests and intelligence to get involved with. I now teach chess, a sport which intimidates most of us due to its complexity. Then I have chess as cosplay, which is chess and cosplay combined. However, instead of playing on a chessboard, players get to choose their theme and be the pieces themselves. It is human chess with costumes. They battle on a human-sized chessboard and immerse themselves in the sport without being intimidated. It can be a friendly match between two tribes, or perhaps the shogunate and the Ming dynasty. The barriers are broken while cultural strengthening is achieved. These are just some of the many things I have lined up and in store for my community thanks to ITS. I am Albert Ramos of the University of the Philippines, Mindanao. Thank you for allowing me to give you a glimpse of the amazing and empowering potential of Christians. Yes.
It's really a pity that Albert and Vince they cannot be here, but of course their presence is there, and maybe there will be some occasion also here with the partners. We are involved in many projects that we can involve them. As I said, if you are more interested, there is the website where you can find the output here. If you want to download the format you see in a PDF, here of course there is the video I showed you, like summary of what happened, and then here you can download the format you see. As I say, there is also the handbook. The handbook collection of the best practices, and yeah, it's downloadable here. Joanna said before that usually I'm very long talking, so she put me a bit of pressure, and so it's like basically all I wanted to say. And maybe if you have any questions, I'm here, and also after and during evening and tomorrow. Thank you for your attention. Actually, they are all. I mean, the project itself is. I consider it my baby. Like the best one, you know. Even if it's not. Even if it's not, about budget, the biggest one, or I mean, it's like about humanity, as Albert was saying in the video. The 21 tools they were created by the team together, and of course some of them I were kind of far from me. But I remember one is called in Italian. It's called Piccoli Bambini. It was created by some representative of the Bulgarian organization, and it's because I mean, with these kids for 5 years old from Senegal, was kind of difficult actually to make them following what you were doing, and also for the youth workers over there, for the Senegalese people, to convince them on we have to do this because there will be some little educational dimension of that. But it was actually a challenge, because in 3 hours we succeeded to do what we wanted to do, or what they wanted to do, and so I remember this as a good one. Yeah.
Any more questions? So thank you very much one more time for interactive presentation. It was very inspiring to see that you organize such activities and projects not only in European Union but also now we'll continue with our last speaker for today. It's Lilla Nedeczky from organization Hope for Children from Hungary. As you can guess from the name of the organization, they work mostly with kids and young people. They protect and promote their rights, but also they promote sport for young people and kids. In fact, is that they are also organizing youth exchange about sport these days, right? And she will tell you now more about project volunteering in school support.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm the last speaker. I'm the last participant to arrive. But yes, like I told, we have recently a youth exchange program in Hungary, and we had some issues with the flights, but finally I made it here. And I would like to present and talk about our volunteering in school sport project, which is a project coordinated by ISF, International School Sport Federation, and we are the partners in Hungary, and we have a quite big responsibility in the project, and I have the honor to coordinate and manage the Hungarian part of the project. And maybe if you could turn the light on, because I will have many visuals and videos as well, just not to be boring. Yes, so what is the project about? I put this picture because we had the chance to introduce the
just a reminder.
Yeah, just a reminder. And these young people acquired skills to develop through training and involvement during the national sports events, which are happening now. And besides of our youth exchange, this national sport event is happening now as well in Hungary. So today, Hope for Children Hungary stuff is quite busy, I have to tell you. And also these national sport events in the last days in the other countries as well. Yesterday it was in Croatia and the day before in France. So we are proceeding to organize these national sport events. And but the big event of the project was the Eurosport Badminton Championship in July in France, Clermont-Ferrand, where we took our volunteers to try their new skills. And the objective of the project was to contribute to the recognition of volunteering in school sport for skills development and lifelong learning of youth, to empower the youth through more involvement and responsibility in school sport federations, and strengthening the link between volunteering in sport with education and the labor market. And some pictures about the Budapest training, where the 24 young volunteers met for the first time. And I have to tell you, it was a really interesting experience for us, for the project managers and for the trainers as well, because at the first day, the 24 youngsters were just a bit dirty, and they were so shy. And by the end of the week, they became like a family. Even the last day, they didn't want to sleep in their own room. They slept on the corridor of the hotel, and they were crying when the others left. So it was really good because we have never worked with such young kids. And some numbers just to see what were the indicators of the project. We gathered 24 young volunteers from 14 to 16, which I have to tell you that it was not my idea, it was ISF's idea when they created or developed the project, and I was really, really afraid of this age because I knew that we have to travel with them and we have the responsibility. So before we were flying, I was going crazy, like, oh my god, what is something happening with the kids, and it's your responsibility. So I believe that will be a nightmare, but they were too cute, so everything was okay. And we are working with 6 school sports federation, so it's also a good example of how different institutions can work together from NGO sector and from the school sport federations on different level. And we had 9 partners, including these 6 school sport federations. And as I mentioned, we started the project in January and we will finish in March. You can see the logos of the partners, except of the 6 school sport federation. We have ISF, who is the coordinator. We have Turkish NGO and Hope for Children Hungary, and we were responsible for creating or developing the trainer school. So we selected the trainers for the project, and we did the training of trainers with my colleague, maybe you know him, László Földit, and then we had a meeting for the kids in Budapest to prepare for the
offers great opportunities for youngsters to raise their voice, to develop their social and professional skills, and to develop themselves for mobility experience around the world, which can be an added value for their academic and professional developments. Volunteering in school sports, the V2X project, gathers 24 young volunteers, aged between 14 and 16, coming from 6 countries. It is a 15-month pilot project in which the young volunteers are trained and supported to learn and implement voluntary missions on several school sport events at the national and international levels, in order to promote the importance of non-education within the sport competition events. Throughout the project, the volunteers develop interpersonal, social, and civic competencies. They gain communication skills related to languages and intercultural learning. They develop specific competencies related to the organization of sport events.
I think that during that week we all grow up because we learn to make decisions, we learn to organize something by ourselves without the presence of an adult or something like that. So it was something new.
Volunteering in school sports is about providing experiences that go beyond sports, towards more innovative and additional non-formal education, engagement, and lifelong learning of the youth, which will positively impact their formal education path and professional future.
I think it was one of my most important week in my life.
Me too. And one of the happiest.
Yes.
Yeah, and after this training, which was happening in April are preparing for their activities. For example, this group organized the sitting volleyball activity, which was really popular, and we played, I don't know how many times per day. This is the board game where they are, you are like in the game, and you have to answer for questions, but there are funny questions and logical questions as well, connected to education through sport and healthy lifestyle and volunteering. So it was really funny as well. Here, the other board games, and we also had the chance to participate in a roundtable discussion, and we had two young volunteers, two motivated and enthusiastic volunteers who spoke about the project, and they made some statements, yeah, for the conference, which was actually the side event of this championship with high-level representatives from local authorities and also from the European Commission and other institutions. There we have the evaluation of the event going there, and I would like to show you some moments about the event. Do we have some sound or no?
Volunteering in school sports is about providing experiences that go beyond sports, towards more innovative and additional non-formal education, engagement, and lifelong learning of the youth, which will positively impact their formal education path and professional future. Throughout the project, the volunteers develop interpersonal, social, and civic competencies. They gain communication skills related to languages and intercultural learning. They develop specific competencies related to the organization of small groups.
And before, thank you for your attention. And before I would finish just some more thoughts about the project. That this was the highlight of the project, badminton championship, even for myself, because I have never seen a live badminton championship, and I really respect all the players because
was supported by Lilla, and it's a capacity building in the field of youth. It's actually a program from NGOs that they want to work with the partner countries from outside Europe, basically. We decided to write a project and to implement it in the topic of sport because it's one of the topics we are working more. But we actually every NGO could apply in this program. Of course, it should have some capacity and partners in every topic that is okay with the guidelines.
One more question came to my mind. A lot of your organizations are working with kids and young people, and nowadays very discussed topic is actually also one of the approaches to encourage also young people and kids to be more active and to do more sport and live healthier way of life. So what are you also creating manual? You creating manual for how to be active for kids, and you created manual how to be active for young people. So can you maybe share some your opinions? What are the main reasons why young kids or young people are not active, and how we can encourage them?
Yeah, not an easy question, but the result of our research and like we were working with this manual and when we are working with youth and kids and going to schools, we experience that that's the benefit of the digital world, which is kids prefer to stay home and playing with a smartphone, with a computer, and using social media instead of going out and playing on the playground or just going to the nature and to run or to hike. Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, of course, this is very common, and everybody says about smartphone and television and all the distraction that kids they have. But I think that still the power of throwing a ball in the field and let them play. If you succeed to put them in that field, they will if they are guided. That's why the work of every youth workers and every person that is involved with sport should be focused on how to attract them. Maybe even with some tricks and not exactly. Just playing with what are their passion and following them, addressing them, and in a way that then you can give some educational side because each one of these projects is about sport, but it's also about education.
So it's the end of the first day of the conference. I would like to thank you all speakers and everybody of you for today. I really hope that you all learned a lot and got useful information which you can use in the future. And I hope to see you tomorrow evening. Before leaving the conference room, I would like to give you also some more logistic information. Tomorrow, it's written in the daily agenda that we should start at 10, but we will start at 10:30. So that's first the most important information. And in case you cannot participate tomorrow, the reports which are going to be presented tomorrow during panel session will be also published later on the website, so you can find them very easily. So thank you one more time. Enjoy your